Today, we're going to talk about alts because you guys have been blowing me up about it on Twitch and on YouTube. And I'm just going to give you everything that I know. I mean, I don't want to like overload you guys just yet. We need the game to come out and let it settle down a little bit. And then I can give a little bit like a step two. A step-by-step. It's all a step-by-step process. We're going to talk about how many alts you need and why after I explain what they do. But just to let you guys know, I do have 12 and we can go up to 24 character slots in Korea. And I have 3 other I don't know if I should be saying this, but I have 3 other accounts. So in total, I have over 24 or something, 24, 25, I lost track. So let's just start with this. Can I just maintain one character and be competitive? Well, I don't know what competitive means to you, but if you want to stay with the current content, the current endgame content, not that you can't, you can, but if you want to be free to play, if you don't want to invest any money into this game and you just want to stay free to play, but you want to only play one character, you're going to fall behind. I'm just going to say the truth, man. You need characters because this game is kind of designed that way. The developers want you to have fun with these unique classes. There are 22 subclasses in this game. They all have like multiple different viable specs. So there are a lot of features, TLDR, that makes this game very alt friendly. As you look at the items like this, there's going to be a text in white that will say tradable or non-tradable. Is it going to be tradable between your characters on that server, on your account? It's going to let you guys know that. Basically, we can trade a lot of our materials between our characters to our main or whatever you're working on. You can funnel it into your account storage and then transfer it over to another character you're working on. So, for example, I'm going to be pumping today on stream my gunslinger's armor. We're going to be pushing for 1600 eye level. Anyways. Yeah, so I've been stockpiling these through all my alts on all the accounts. So this one right here is in red text and I cannot trade it to my other characters. I can't sell it either to other players. But with that being said, everything that drops from the Guardian raids, which is pretty much called Hallmark in Korea, all the stuff that drops in Guardian raids, they are tradable. Except, of course, the runes, they're going to be bound to you. As well as the chaos dungeons. So all the weapon upgrade materials, the accessories. I'm just gonna simplify these into that simplified terms, as you can see on this chart, just to make it simple. If you want to memorize the full name, so be it. But I'm trying to keep it simple here. Same thing goes with the gems. We can trade them between our characters, or you can sell them. Same with engravings. The shards that we get are going to be character bound, and you're gonna need a lot of those later on. So if you put the pieces together, all of these gems are coming through all my alts. They're being funneled into one character, combining it. And the same thing goes with the armor upgrade materials as well as the weapon upgrade materials. So basically, TLDR, by having alts, they are like factories. They pump materials. As we go higher and higher in tier 3, the costs when it comes to gold, silver, as well as the upgrade materials, it's gonna go up exponentially, especially in the 1500s and of course the 1600s. It's gonna get crazy. So by having alts, we pretty much accelerate that process and make it less stagnant. So a lot of the inexperienced players will say that gold comes from the Legion Commander raids, and that is true. That is true. They do drop gold. Like Byaku's hard mode will drop 4.5k, Cuckoo Satan 4.5k. Yeah, they do drop gold, they drop accessories, and if you get the right engravings, the right stats, you can sell them for big money. But side by side comparison, my gunslinger, before I go any further, has access to all the content. So with that in mind, if I do my 3 weekly lockout raids, the endgame raids, the amount of gold that I generate from there versus a week worth of farming in chaos dungeons and guardian raids. Guardian raids and chaos dungeons, they even out or win out. Because once you get to 1370 eye level, your chaos dungeons stop dropping gear in terms of equipable gear. They start giving you, like the equipable gear here, they start giving you tripods. These tripod, pretty much like an empty can armor. You can't equip it, but they have tripods that enhance your tripods. And a lot of the endgame players will want to max these out to level 5 or even 4. So they're gonna sell in the auction house. They can make me a lot of gold sometimes. especially for new characters. We're also gonna get accessories as well, which we can sell. Bracers, same thing, just like accessories. And then we got these materials, which have pretty much gold value. You don't have to sell them. You can if you want, but sitting around in your bank, they are pretty much same as gold. They have a real value. And the same goes with gems. Gems, oh man, to get a level 10, you don't need a level 10 gem, but these are the amount of level 1 gems that you need. We also get tickets for Cube as well as Boss Rush. These two dungeons have multi-layer rewards. So basically, Cube drops silver, plus you can get like engraving books, which enhances your characters, or you could sell them. You also get collectibles in there, like the great artwork. And explaining that, it's like, once again, multi-layer rewards, fat rewards. So TLDR, these are hella worth. Like Boss Rush gives 2 level 4 gems and a level 3 gem, as well as upgrade rocks, these stones, just a bunch of shit. And you get 2 of these tickets per character per week. So having many characters feels like this. Instead of owning just one Starbucks store, you own like fucking 10 of them. You have to manage them. You have to spend more time. It's gonna be about 20 to 30 minutes per character to do all the dailies, but you're able to swarm the rewards to whoever you want to feed it to. You can feed it to the auction house, to your other characters, whoever you want to work on, pretty much. And also, by having ults, you can join guilds. You have to join guilds separately. And what you do every day is pretty much go into the guild interface and collect the guild bloodstones, whatever. I just call them guild coins. You just press like these buttons. You do the research for your guild. You can also do guild quests and do guild activities. But basically, at the end of the week as well, you get these guild currencies. And with them, you can buy XP potions. We can buy these materials. And you should. They're freaking hella worth. As well as, once we go into the map and we click the yellow button to go into our harbor, every major continent has a harbor. If you just look at the mini-map, there is going to be this merchant that stays there. That just chills. And with the pirate coins, we're going to get a lot of them for free through events. And over time, you're just going to get a lot of those. That's going to be like a separate video, I guess. But with those, you should buy the XP potions. But once we're max level, we don't need those. What we do is buy these materials. They add up, guys. It may not seem much, but it really, really adds up. And if you have multiple characters, you can see where I'm going with this. It's cracked. And as we go from the baby stage of tier 3 and move on into like an adolescent or teenager phase, eventually our alts will be able to do these raids as well and get the gold as well. I know there is like the 6 character limit for gold in Korea, but that should not prevent you from making more than 6 characters if you want to, because of all the reasons I said about Chaos Dungeons and Guardian raids. Now, you're not gonna have every character be able to go into the raids as soon as they come out. So as you can see, I have like some 1300 boys, some 1400s, mid to 1500s. So my main is the highest one, and then everybody else. Like, there are different points where you park your characters, your alts. There are different stages. So we'll talk about that once we have the game live. I need to see it. We need to see it. We have to see the economy. It's a very time-sensitive thing and case-by-case sensitive thing. But yeah, that'll be in a separate video. But the basic point of having multiple characters is because the main's progress will slow down, because things are going to get expensive. That is going to be dictated by the players, supply and demand. So once you get to a point where things are getting exponentially expensive, that is when you pretty much need to step back and stop your main and work on your ults, either level them or get them caught up to a certain stage of an eye level so that they can pump more resources. Now, I want to talk quickly about this rested bar right here. If we don't do, let's say, the Guardian raid today, then you're going to get a full bar. I did one. I killed it once, and then I forgot to kill the other one the other day. I was like making a video. I don't know. Anyways, if you miss 2 kills that day, it's okay. You'll get 1 bar, and 1 bar means you'll get double loot. So let's say for 2 days you did not do the Guardian raids. You'll have 2 bars. So on the 3rd day, you use those bars, because while you do the first run, you use 1 bar, that's double loot, and on the 2nd run you use the other bar. So that is going to be what? Mathematically, you're going to lose 33% efficiency in terms of materials. However, you're going to gain 66% in the time that you save. So if you had a long day, man, or you're just tired, your wife is like, put the fucking kids to bed, you don't have to do Chaos Dungeons and Guardians every day. Same goes with these dailies, the epona dailies. You don't have to do them every day. You get the rested bonus. So if you do it once in 3 days, while you do lose 33% in efficiency, you do save 66% in time. Or what you're seeing here is people spamming to buy runs, buses. They get on these buses, and the bus driver, the person carrying the group, they do it within 1 or 2 minutes for all these raids that are relevant. From here and on out, people are selling these 4 Guardian raids so that they are done within 4 minutes. That saves them hella time. Yeah, they pay maybe like 200 gold, but they make back 600 gold. And speaking of the epona dailies, these right here, that's another major reason why you want alts. So when you press Alt J, you get the epona dailies. If you go into the 3rd tab, you can see that these dailies have like a reputation bar. And for me, it's maxed out. So let's see, this one is 3 out of 3. Fully maxed out, and you get these like stat points. Some of them give you emotes, some of them give, that's like the final reward. Make sure you guys check all these rewards. Like this one gives crit stats for all my characters on this server. That's pretty big. There are ones that give RP stats so that you can interact with other NPCs for more rewards. They give cards. Some of them are super important because they give skill points or collectibles, like the great artwork or the Orpheus star. You can repeat the epona dailies. You can repeat them, but you only get the reputation once per day. So let's just say you have 3 characters. You can do 3 epona dailies per day. Right here, you see the limit of 3. So you're gonna do 3 different ones, and they give you reputation once a day. So this one, and this one. And then your second character, you do another 3. That's 6. And then your 3rd character, you go do another 3. So that's 9 different epona factions that you're working on per day. And the faster you get them to exalted, I mean, you're just rushing so you can get the rewards quick, right? Well, yeah, true. But once you get them exalted, you can start doing epona dailies that give silver as a reward every day. So as you can see, there are these rewards. You can see how much rep you're going to get, as well as how much EXP you get on the left hand side. So what the meta is in Korea is get all the ones exalted that are important, and then after that transition into doing silver dailies, because we need silver. Silver is something you'll always need, while the main characters, the characters that you want to develop, are going to be working towards rocks. So the ones that give the most of these right here, I'm going to do on the characters that I'm progressing on. Just stockpile these rocks. It'll help a lot. And it takes literally 30 seconds to do thanks to Bifrosts. You can save the location of where you want to port to, and you port there directly. So there are 3 checkpoints, 3 epona dailies. Pick them up, and then you just teleport to the 3 locations, 30 seconds, and done. And the reason why we have these characters to do Chaos Dungeon is not because of all the materials, but because of silver as well. Cube tickets also give silver, and also doing the weekly quests give silver. If you pick them up on your alts, they give a lot of silver. They all add up, and silver is very important. Silver is used for you and NPCs. Whether you use the silver to travel, which is not much, but when it comes to upgrading gear, it's gonna ramp up, boys. Okay? So when it comes to upgrading, I need, for the final stage, it's like 2 million or 2.5, 2.7 million silver. And every time I hit upgrade on my gear, that's going to require silver. As well as when we get the bracers, which is not going to be until like 1490, they eat up a lot of silver. Same goes with cutting rocks. The ability stones, more characters means we can get more of these rocks, more chances of good rocks, I guess. So when we get these rocks, and you have to cut them to get your best in slot engravings and stuff like that, every time you hit this, it's going to cost silver. And you may be cutting a couple rocks, or you may be cutting a couple 100 rocks. That is another video, I guess. It's just RNG. So basically, TLDR, silver is needed to do things with the NPCs. Now, gold is pretty much the same. There are going to be gold sinks with NPCs, but gold is also used for player-to-player transactions, like the auction house or trading in the game. So because we need both of those, we need a lot of characters. Another thing is, yesterday I was doing a raid on my alts, and it dropped my best in slot card. I got my last best in slot card from the boss drop. I got 2 cards actually. I'm not trying to flex or anything. What I'm saying is, the more characters you have, the more you expose yourself to these RNG. If you only played one character, You get locked to these raids, the endgame raids, and then that's it. But once you have more characters, you expose yourself to more chances of getting cards or engravings or crazy drops from raids or anywhere for that matter. So now that we've talked about this, we go back to how many characters do we need? And I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. So I went from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 6. Those were the happy days. I had a life. And then to 8 to 10 to, you know. Anyways, the answer is infinite. I'm pretty sure 1,000 Starbucks. They're going to pump more than just one. But, of course, that's not going to be possible because we're busy. So the answer is going to be not some magical number. You have to ask yourself, when you have 1 or 2, is that enough? Or am I just done? I have nothing else to do. Now, you're going to get to a point where for your schedule and for your sanity, it's going to be just right. And then you add an extra one and you're like, wow, okay, I'm not having as much fun anymore. Then, once again, use the reset. Even if you have 20 characters, even if you end up having 30 characters, you don't have to play them all every day. Just play, you could play 3 a day. You just use the rested bonus and you'll still be pumping. So it's not bad to have more than what you can handle. It just, you need to control yourself and not play them all. It's not a job, just have fun with it. The whole point of having other characters is to enjoy them. Sometimes I just want to do the same content, maybe with different friends. The added bonus of having these different characters is them being able to pump you resources. So it's gonna be a very case-by-case scenario, like your shoes. Maybe you have wide fucking shoes or you have fucking thick-ass foot. I don't know, maybe your toes are massive. So it's not one size fits all. You have to ask yourself, am I going mentally crazy? Am I burning out? Am I getting fucking tired of this shit? Then just step back, do the rested method, like I said, or just stop creating characters. Now, when is the time to do it? The simplest way to explain this is when your main is done with the time-sensitive things. Time-sensitive means dailies or weeklies or events, daily events like this compass that you should do. It tells you when to do it, when it's up, where to go. Press this compass, it'll guide you. So when you finish the daily sensitive things, time-sensitive things, after that, you have 3 options. 1, do some exploration. Advance your account on that server. 2nd, log off. Don't do that. Number 3, third is you can level alts. You don't have to go from 1 to 50 in one stretch. Just if you have 20 minutes left after you've played your main, then go work on something. That's how I did it. I had 1, and then I worked on a 2nd, and then I worked on a 3rd. And as for what eye level we should keep them as, that has to be done after the game comes out. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. I know it was long, but I had to say a lot of shit, man, because there's a lot of beginners. Anyways, I'm out. Your boy. Peace.